Hey everybody, welcome to Cooking with Mo and Deb.
Hello, everyone.
So today we're making dessert.
And I love dessert. And this one is one of my favorite. It has an ingredient that is my favorite of all time, of anything.
I bet y'all can't guess what it is. We know it's not mayonnaise.
No.
It is peanut butter.
Yes.
So my husband, Tink, had an aunt. She's passed on now, but her name was Juanita, but everybody called her Girl Papa.
That's new to me. I've never heard anybody called Girl Papa.
So they had a boy papa, which was the grandfather, and girl papa, which was the grandmother. But anyway, girl papa, every time we had a family reunion or anything, she was tasked in making her famous peanut butter cake. So recently I called her daughter-in-law and said, hey, I was just thinking about Girl Papa's peanut butter cake. And she said, yeah, everybody talks about that still all the time. And I said, well, there's good reason, because it's yummy. So I said, I was wondering if you would give me the recipe that I could share with our viewers on Mo and Deb. And her name's Diane. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
And she said, oh, I would love to. Here you go. So Deb and I are going to we're going to attempt to make Girl Papa's peanut butter cake. Yes. So the first thing we're going to do, we're making the icing. We've already baked the cake. And let me just tell y'all, there's something I'm going to share with you here in a minute when we get this icing going. But I asked about the cake, and Diane said, no, she didn't make that cake from scratch. I said, are you kidding? It was so good. She said, no, it was a plain old yellow cake mix. Can you believe that?
I can't, no.
The cake that everybody had to have was a plain old yellow cake mix, but that icing that she put on it was the bomb. So we're going to attempt to make Girl Papa's icing. So we've got a medium-sized saucepan here, and we're just going to go ahead and start putting our ingredients in. We've got 2 cups of granulated sugar going in.
It's not for the diet. So this would be one thing that you take a piece of cake off of the diet and work it off the next day.
That's right. So we've got 1 cup of whole milk. Now this is what I'm doing. Girl Papa used 2 cans of cream. I only had 1 can of cream. So I'm using a cup of whole milk and a cup of cream. I said a can, I meant a cup. She used
Go ahead and start stirring. I hear
That's
it
a good
bubbling.
idea. Deb, and I should have had this opened already. Okay, so I'm just going to measure out
1 cup of it.
1 cup, and it may be this might be 1 cup. I don't know.
Oh, I feel like it might be a little more.
It's not quite a cup in this can. So here we go with our cream. All right.
And not lastly,
nextly.
1.5 cups of peanut butter.
Yep, there we go. And this is creamy peanut butter. Y'all see that sunshine coming in there? Woohoo! I sure do.
And then lastly is vanilla.
1 teaspoon of vanilla. And this cake warrants the fact that we're using the Mexican vanilla. This is my favorite vanilla. The daughter brought it back from Mexico, and it's amazing. So it is going in.
All right.
All right.
Now we just stir it. Just till it, let's see, cook on stovetop until thick.
It does take it a while. I have made this one other time, and it takes a good little while.
And it says to stir constantly, so we got to keep on stirring.
It does. But while Deb is stirring,
I'll swap
with you.
We'll pass the baton.
And I may turn this camera around a little bit since that glare's getting so bad.
Yeah, do it on this side.
So I want to talk to y'all about this cake right here.
Remember, it's a yellow cake mix.
Yellow cake mix. And you can't judge me.
Never, ever. Don't judge at all. No judging on anybody.
Okay, you might not see Deb for a minute. Okay, there she is. All right. So,
ta-da.
Look what happened in the oven. I'm going to move this closer so y'all can see. First of all, My cake fell in the middle. Second of all, it blew up real big. These are 9-inch layers. It's a 9-inch cake pan. Look at that. Guess where that went? Down in my oven, where
Oh,
it
no.
probably proceeded to burn.
Oven cleaning time.
So you may think, oh man, what am I going to do now? I've ruined the cake. The cake is not ruined. I did test it with my handy dandy, what do you call those, skewer. It's good and done in the middle, and it's, it's perfect, other than the fact it just kind of blew up a little bit. So what we're going to do is show you how you can save that cake. You don't have to be all discouraged about your baking skills. And here I am, y'all. I think I'm a baker. I ain't no baker, not when it comes to cakes. But here's what I'm going to do. I've got a nice long knife here. This is probably about a 5-inch blade, you think?
Probably.
And all I'm going to do is lay it flat on this cake and just start slicing. I'm going to hold my hand over the middle. Let's see. Is that close enough they can see what I'm doing, Deb, you think?
I think so, yeah. But I'll try to move in a little bit for a second because I got to stir constantly.
And I'm keeping that knife level, y'all, because you don't want to cut into the cake and waste your cake.
And see how she's turning the pan a little bit?
Right.
Help.
Just turning it around. Okay. Now I'm going to take that bumpy layer. I'm going to remove it. And it looks like I did cut into that a little bit.
But it looks really good. It's a nice looking layer now.
But I'm going to go ahead.
Level layer.
Yep. And turn this out on my plate. Like that.
Ah, beautiful.
So
Sits
it looks like cornbread.
It does.
Looks like cornbread, y'all. It may have gotten a little brown, but it's not
No,
hard
I think it looks
or anything.
good. Yeah,
okay.
It's really good.
So there you go. So there's nothing wrong with that layer at all. And this you can take and crumble it up, mix it with some icing, and make you a nice little cup of dessert.
Like a cake pop,
Yeah,
cake pop type thing.
Exactly. Make
Nothing goes to waste.
Nothing goes to waste. That's right. As groceries go up in price, we definitely don't want to waste anything.
Nothing. Cannot let anything go to waste.
So y'all, Deb is going to keep stirring this. We're going to be back when this icing is ready. See you soon. Okay, y'all. Our peanut butter icing has peanut buttered. It is cooled off, and we are going to smear it. We're going to smear it on this cake. Now, this is not one of those where you have to go, and just be perfect with it and do all these things. We're going to pour it on and kind of let it run down.
Okay.
That's the idea.
That's an easy way. I like that.
We'll see if it works.
It's going to work.
Oh my goodness.
This one is going to work.
And y'all, we did try a spoonful of this, and it is very yummy. See if y'all can see.
So you just scoot it out to the edge and let it fall where it may.
That's what I'm going to do.
It smells so
I'm
good.
going to push it over the edge.
Yeah.
I like that.
So it probably, what do you think, 10 minutes is how long it cooked?
How long we cooled it? Oh, how long it cooked?
Yeah.
I think longer than 10 minutes.
Because you got to let it thicken. So it did take a few minutes to cook.
I think it took, I'm just guessing, maybe 15.
Okay.
So you just watch it. We kept it on medium, and Deb stirred it the whole entire time. So she gets an extra piece of this cake just because she
because I worked so hard.
She worked so hard to make sure it was just perfect. And I'm still just pushing that over the side. I want it to kind of trail down and look like ooey gooey yummy goodness.
I wish we had a button where you could zoom in and see just how pretty that looks.
I'll bring them over here. I'll attempt to bring them over here.
I'm afraid it's going to fall. I'll bring this too.
What do you think?
See how pretty it is on the side?
It's looking good, but we ain't done yet.
We're not finished yet.
No.
Time for the second half.
Time
Are
for
you
going
to put it bottom on the...
You're going to, flip it over because, remember that's ugly side. This is the ugly side. So, yeah.
do like this?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. So we do still have some ugly edges on this cake, which if you hand me that knife, Deb, it's somewhere around here. I will trim this off just so it won't be all wonky. I hope I'll trim it off. I'm gonna attempt to trim it off, y'all.
You know, it's not gonna matter because
We're gonna eat
it's
it.
gonna we know how good this icing is, so we're gonna eat,
But we
eat it like it
also,
is.
we also know.
We first eat with our eyes.
Exactly.
So we want it to look as good
Thank
as
you, Deb.
possible.
Thank you, Deb.
I knew what you was thinking.
Yep, you did. You usually do.
But I'm thinking that our icing is gonna run down and cover some of it.
It will. But
It's not
again,
gonna be a pretty decorated cake. It's a raw looking, rough,
there you go, Deb.
delicious tasting cake.
I made a mess over here, y'all. Okay,
And I'll be
so
cleaning
I
up.
think I saved about half of this, so we'll see if it's enough to, oh, a little more than half, didn't I? Good. This will be perfect, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm just kind of smearing it around, and it's gonna fall where it may. I feel like it needs a song.
Oh, peanut butter.
Oh, peanut butter cake. You make my tummy ache when I eat till my face falls off. All right, so it is. I think
Yeah,
it's still,
so it's gonna be, there's still a little icing you can.
there is. We're
Add a
gonna
little
add
bit
it.
more.
Sure are. We're gonna use every drop, y'all. Every drop. Oh, girl
Somebody,
Papa would be so proud.
yes, you would.
Somebody what?
Somebody at work's gonna enjoy some cake tomorrow, right?
Or your boys if they're coming. Are they coming? Oh no.
Not tomorrow, I don't
What's
think.
that? I don't know what that is.
Must have been
Probably
a
a little
little.
piece of the
The
ugly
edge of
cake.
cake.
Oh, you've heard of the edge of night. This is the edge of cake.
Yes, that looks really pretty amazing, y'all.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to taste even more amazing. I'm sure.
You need to add this cake to your dessert repertoire.
Absolutely. And people will love you for it.
Yeah.
If you take this to a family gathering, they are going to love you for it.
Are we through with the pan?
I don't know. Is there any more I can scrape out of
There's
there?
a little, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I
Oh, it
won't,
might be.
because that may be where those little
Hard in the bottom.
chunks are coming from that I'm trying to get rid of. Okay. So on top, it's going to look like glass.
So you let it set for a little while then?
Oh,
Kind of let
boy.
the,
Yeah. I'm going to have to get some off here before it runs off in the flow. All right. Now, it's not as pretty as Girl Papa's cake was, but she had made it 1,000,000 times, so this
I
is
think
only
it
my
looks
second.
pretty amazing.
Okay,
So
wanna
there
take
you
it down?
go, y'all. How about that peanut butter? What did we say? Girl Papa's home,
Old-fashioned peanut butter cake. Y'all, give it a try.
Yeah.
Recipe is going to be in the post.
See ya.
See ya.